have a very serious topic we're going to start with today, black fatigue. If you're not on social media, perhaps you're unaware that this conversation is even going on, but it's all over the X app, formerly known as Twitter, black fatigue. Black fatigue. And it's called black fatigue, and it is the antithesis. It is the yin to the yang of Black Lives Matter. It's white people loudly, boldly expressing their fatigue with black people. This is and was inevitable. And that's why
Jason Whitlock, the Judas Goat of anti-black propaganda. In every era of state-sanctioned violence, there's always one, the familiar face who leads the flock toward the slaughterhouse, smiling, well-fed, paid handsomely for his betrayal. Right now, that face is Jason Whitlock. Under the guise of tough love and Christianity, Whitlock has become the go-to mouthpiece for a new era of racial propaganda, one that cloaks itself in moral righteousness while feeding centuries-old anti-black stereotypes straight into the machinery of American fascism. And make no mistake, what he's doing is dangerous. The weaponization of black fatigue. Let's start with his latest trick, hijacking the term black fatigue, a concept coined to describe the psychological, physical, and generational toll of racism on black people, and flipping it into a talking point for white grievance and anti-black blame. Whitlock uses outlier moments of black dysfunction, viral fights, public altercations, social media spectacle, and repackages them as if they are the norm. He ignores centuries of systemic harm, ignores context, and instead hands white America a pre-chewed narrative. Black people are just broken. He doesn't analyze, he pathologizes. And by doing so, he becomes the bridge between white fear and black erasure. Historical parallels, the propaganda before the purge. Let's be clear, propaganda like this is not new. It's as old as genocide. In Nazi Germany, Jews were portrayed as dirty, parasitic, criminal, and culturally corrosive. In Rwanda, Tutsis were called cockroaches on the radio before the machetes came out. In America, minstrel shows, lynching postcards, and super predator rhetoric laid the groundwork for everything from Jim Crow to mass incarceration. Jason Whitlock is playing the same role those state-sanctioned media voices played, repeating tropes until they become justifications. Because once a group is seen not as human, but as a problem, violence becomes policy. And when someone black does it, it gives the propaganda moral cover. Christianity or co-signature of hate. Whitlock often evokes Christianity as his moral compass, but let's interrogate that. What kind of Christian spends more time vilifying the oppressed than challenging the oppressor? Jesus flipped tables in the temple, challenged empire, stood with the poor. Jason Whitlock flips talking points on Fox News and sides with Pharaoh. He's not preaching gospel. He's selling racial respectability as salvation while ignoring the hell black folks are forced to survive daily. You can't serve Christ and white supremacy. You can't claim moral clarity while enabling cultural lynching. And yet, Whitlock continues because there's a king's ransom in parroting white fears with a black face. He's the compliant native the empire loves, fluent in the language of betrayal, always ready to tell massa what he wants to hear. The real danger. Whitlock's rhetoric doesn't just offend, it emboldens. It gives white supremacists a pass. It invites policy violence. It adds fuel to a cultural atmosphere already ripe for anti-black legislation, surveillance, and criminalization. And if history teaches us anything, it's this. Dehumanization is always the first step before the purge. So no, this isn't just a difference of opinion. This isn't conservative commentary. This is psychological warfare against ADO's people, and Whitlock has made himself a mercenary for the other side.